Hello and welcome. Today I'll be showing you the ultimate storage system in the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. Now, this is it right here, and as you can see, it is actually hidden away. So, in order to reveal it, I press that button, and it comes out here. Now, you can see it's only two chests, but if you flick this lever, then you can switch between all the different kinds of chests. So I have a piston feed tape with a bunch of chests in it. If you're wondering why I didn't do double chests, is because whenever you push double chests, they automatically break up into two single chests, and that wouldn't have worked because it's also an item sorter. So this is the input there, that's the output there. So you put the items in there, and it sorts through all the chests, and then then any miscellaneous items would go into there. So right now I can't do anything. So if I just put random blocks in here, they're not going to go anywhere, because in order for it to sort it, it has to be hidden away. So let's hide it away here, and let's throw in some random item like like just orange stained glass. Just won't throw 64 in, probably 10. So I'll throw those 10 into here. Now, one thing to note about this is that sometimes items get stuck in the droppers, and that is simply because of just I made the dropper elevator too fast, so it brings the items up too fast, so occasionally it doesn't work and it leaves items behind. But it is silent. I tried to make it a silent stackable one, but I accidentally made a mistake, so it's not actually stackable. And I wasn't able to revise it to make it stackable. And so then eventually they'll sort through all the chests, and there are let me think, there are 12 chests, I believe. Yes, no, there's 14 actually. Yeah, there's 14 chests. So if it sorts through them all, oh, here we go. Looks like 5 were stuck behind, and whenever, I did make the dropper system silent, but if an item gets stuck in there, then the rest of the droppers will activate with no items in it, making it not silent. So you would have heard a couple of clicks there, but I did, for test purposes, I put in 5 emeralds, 5 diamonds, 5 gold blocks, 5 blocks of iron, and then I put 5 emerald items, just emeralds in general, 5 diamonds in general, 5 gold ingots, and 5 iron ingots. I put all those in, and the ones on the top got stuck. The ones on the bottom got through and got sorted. So as you can see, the more you use it, the less it'll get stuck. Well, it's just like the first 11 blocks it'll just get stuck, and then the rest will go through. And at that point, it'll actually be silent, and you won't hear anything, but like 11 items won't be sorted. But they will eventually if you put more items in. So it looks like 5 got stuck because I did clear out the droppers before I started this. So yeah, that's why there's 5 there. But once so it stopped sorting, and it'll automatically stop sorting it, even if there's still, if it's still sorting and I press the button to do this, it'll stop sorting. And yeah, so let me just, so let's put in 5 diamonds. 5. Let's just put in all these items and have it get sorted, and see if having those 5 glass panes get stuck has it to where it's I don't know. Anyways, let me put in all the blocks here. Actually, I'm missing an iron block. I don't know if I didn't see that, but oh well. So, I am going to show it off right here. And as you can see, it is pretty monstrous. And this is only with 14 chests. And it requires a lot of resources. And also as you notice with the chest, it doesn't, you can sort it however you want. You can put any items in. So let's look at the redstone chest. Here we go. The redstone ore represents the redstone chest. So this, as long as it's a stackable item, it'll go in. So it's using impulses design, sort of. Well, it's based off of that design anyways. So I started making it here, then realized I didn't have enough room, so I copied it and put it up there. But this is the early design. So as you can see, this is how the item sorting works. So let me get some redstone, and I just create a pulse. So I try and make it an equal amount of time between this being powered and that being powered. So let me just grab some comparators and sticky pistons. Is there any comparators? I'll just get it from my inventory. Comparators, sticky pistons, and I'll put in one for each. So I'll put in one sticky piston and one comparator, and they both should have gotten sorted. One, and then that in there. So basically, how this works is it's alternating between what's powered and what's not powered, because hoppers, they go to the bottom first, then go to the side, and so basically it's in this hopper right here, but then it's blocked, so it can't go down. So it'll try and go into the side here, and if it can, then so if I have a button in there, it'll go in. But then it'll switch, and so then now you can go down there, but then that one's blocked, so it'll try and go into this chest, and it'll just continue that pattern downwards. Here I was trying to do the same design, but like horizontal. But what I decided to do is just do the same design here, except just skipping these because these don't have chests there. So I just have a hopper line going into these, and then they just go straight down, and then they go into those, and then just continue on to the next path. So I had the original design here, but then I realized that it wasn't actually stackable. So this is the design here. I was like, okay, this can be stackable, but I realized it actually can't, because if you put more stuff here, then the redstone line goes like that, and that doesn't power the redstone torch, and it doesn't power the comparator here. So that's why I moved this dropper line here back by one, and so then I just did that. So this is the dropper elevator design here. This is where you have the thing opening, so it's a double piston extender that does all that. And I have a little security system here, so right now if I flick the lever here, nothing happens because that's pushing it up because it realizes that, hey, that's there. But it isn't completely foolproof, so I wouldn't recommend trying to test the system to see if it breaks, because it will break. And so then the same happens whenever you're filtering through and you're trying to press the button. This piston will be extended so that won't go down. And so this clock just continuously runs, and I realized that another problem with the dropper elevator is if too many items got in, then it would just freeze. Which is what happens with Mumbo's design occasionally, that you see him struggling with. So I just have like a little delay, so it'll send one item in every so often, however long that is. And so then it'll send it up, it'll wait and send it up, and that also means that this clock here is the same clock that's down there, so it's kind of in sync. And this is only active whenever it's in storage. So right now it's in storage, it's not in use right now, but whenever it's not, then the clock is off, and that means that the redstone torches are on, blocking any more items from going through. That's basically how it stops sorting it. And I put in a little delay system here just to stop the droppers from the constant push of items, because, well, whenever I did that display of well, actually, see, look, eventually does sort through, so now there's 9 orange stained glass. And whenever I showed the ingots and stuff and all that there, that was before I added back this, because I took this away because it's like I didn't think it was needed, but I added it back. So that time it only had 5 items stuck, which is better than what it was. So I think adding that back in actually helped the dropper situation a little bit. And so yeah, it was pretty complicated trying to worm through all of this and try and make it all workable. So one thing that I had to do, so you can see that's a complete rectangle. Piston feed tapes don't have that perfect rectangle. It has a gap. So basically what this does, there we go, is it actually, and let me just simulate what would actually happen whenever it's actually going through the things. I need to power this one as well. There we go. And so I've activated that. And so this is what a normal feed tape would look like. There's a gap there. You can't really see it. I wonder if you can see it over here. There you go. So there's a gap there. There's a block there. Gap. Block. And that isn't activated up there. So I'll activate it somehow. I can just do that. I think that's what I actually do in the actual contraption. So as you can see, it's like that. But whenever it's inactive and it sorts through, then I do that, and then I send a quick pulse through these two here. So I'm just gonna send a quick pulse here, and so then now it's within the hopper line here, and then these would push over all the blocks and all that. And yeah, so this is I made a different toggle switch, because this is the toggle switch here. I made a different toggle switch, but whenever I reloaded into the world, it wasn't working anymore. So I had to go to this design, and I fit it in here somewhere, if you can get to it, right here. So I had this here, and it was actually powering the block that was there, powering that piston to go. So I had to put a button there to redirect it, and I actually did that technique again here, because then whenever the piston feed tape was going, it would power these repeaters and stuff, so I just redirected the signal there. And yeah, so let's see how many items have sorted through, and also you need a full block there in order to casually let it in. So there's 6 there, there's no iron ingots. 6 there, there's no gold ingots. Where did the ingots go? Oh, there's two diamond there, and 2 blocks of diamond there. And you can kind of see the emerald right in there if I can get to it. There we go. So 5 emerald and 6 blocks of diamond. So it does look like the hopper system did kind of, the dropper elevators did kind of have a backup, and to just look at the items, you can just go through all of these and find all the items that it didn't sort through. So you can see all those there. And yeah, and there was nothing to go through here. I was having a little trouble having it an equal time of the redstone torch going and the other signal going. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.